interesting about the yuan is that since Friday, since the payrolls release where we did see the weaker average hourly earnings, the trade-weighted RMB index or the CFET's RMB index has basically been flat, even though we've seen a pretty dramatic move in dollar CNH since then. So I think that for the short term, the yuan will basically shadow what the broad dollar does. And because we think the euro upside is there towards 109, we actually think that there's probably a little bit more downside in dollar CNH and dollar CNY. And we think that 665 is probably going to be the limit within the short term. As a medium-term trade, we actually like to short the yuan and long the Aussie as a view for trade-weighted yuan weakness. But that's more of a late February story once the real domestic demand recovery in China gets underway after the COVID surge phase, after Lunar New Year in the villages. But for now, it's really more of an equity story and a headline story. So for now, it's really mostly positive on the yuan, and you will probably see incremental strength against the US dollar.
That China-Aussie relationship obviously is the obvious play and the obvious focus in the China opening story. Are there other Southeast Asian currencies perhaps that might benefit to an outsized degree from China's current situation?
Certainly. I think the Thai baht probably stands out as one that has a lot of scope to recover just on the tourism demand. So in November and December, I think people were a little more tentative about going long the Thai baht against the U.S. dollar because there was a little bit of uncertainty about how much the COVID surge would impact the Lunar New Year travel season for Thailand. But if you look at some of these, booking websites and the activity and the demand for outbound travel in China for Lunar New Year, despite the ongoing surge in cases and despite crowding in airports, then it sounds like there still will be a lot of regional tourism demand. And we know that Thailand so far has not actually implemented any sort of travel restrictions on Chinese tourists, and the government is still very supportive of tourism rebound. So overall, I do think that the baht can probably recover the strongest within Southeast Asia on this China reopening story.